It's Friday. We did not do a Wednesday, so it is now Danielle did. It's now a Friday. Megan, thank you for joining the team. I don't even know what that means, but I like it. How you doing in Oklahoma? Krista from Oklahoma. Oklahoma, where there's something happens and something else. Grandpa's ready to help.
Not at all. Not at all.
Burlington, North Carolina. My dad is fine. He is hanging out, getting ready for dinner. It's tough though because it's so hot here. How you doing down in San Diego? It's so hot that we're stuck in the house. I mean, I don't think I even got him out today because it's just so tough. He has to stay in the car. So if I'm going somewhere and I have to get out and spend time, it's tough. How you doing in the UK? It's hot. You know, today it was supposed to be 98, but it was like 100 degrees at 2 o'clock. So I don't know exactly how hot it is right now, but it's supposed to be cooling down, but it's not. I don't know why. Thanks from Mississippi, Meridian. How you doing down in Arkansas and St. Louis? You know, we don't talk politics, but I've seen the term I don't even know what it means. I have not seen the definition of what that means. I don't know whether it's pro or anti. I don't know what it is. I think it's a term, a younger, you know, like a Gen X or Gen Z term, but I'm not exactly sure. Thanks, Lizette. Grandpa loves you too, I'll tell you. Louisiana. Louise, Grandpa is just fine. Brat's positive. Grandpa is just fine. Ted, did I play football in high school? I did play football in high school. That was my entire identity in high school. I spent more time on the football field, basically in class. I may have physically been in class, but I wasn't present. How you doing in Clarksburg? Oh, Clarksburg, West Virginia. Wow, we have a Clarksburg out here too. How you doing in Scotland? My Scottish family. You might know the Coots family. I'm 25% Scottish.
Just so you all know, I changed the shirt protector, so we're good.
She changed the shirt protector. How you doing in Egypt? Pops the Hogs. Maybe my dad's the brat. It's a positive thing. He's a brat. How you doing down in Rwanda? Dad would not appreciate being called a brat, though, I can tell you. Because for him, it's not a positive connotation.
A brat?
Thanks, Debbie. Yeah. Chicago. President Danielle for First Lady.
I'll take it.
Are you ready? You're joining me?
Take it.
She's joining me.
Now announcing at the podium, Danielle.
I feel like Danielle's now the queen of live. Did you play that song? I mean, can you?
No, I'm not playing it yet until she makes my video.
Who did that, by the way?
Marianne.
Marianne did that?
The hipster, yes. The hip
The
singer.
hip senior? Holy cow. Marianne, if you are here, that was amazing. That third song, I sent it to friends of mine. It was like, wow, that could be, I mean, you have some kind of talent for putting together that stuff.
She sent me a link. I haven't looked at it yet.
I was absolutely blown away. Was I hungry last night? Did I get in trouble?
Larry's here.
Larry, hey Larry. Yes, I did.
Oh, you didn't see my video? The
Did
neatly piled.
That was nice, right? I kept it all there for your content.
If you piled it, why couldn't you throw it out?
Well, I could have, but we keep a lock so the dogs can't get into the garbage. So
it's laziness.
It's hard, you know, to use. I have the coordination of fingers to get that little lock off in the middle of the night. And sometimes I just forget. Remember, the only time I go in there and eat, I get up for Grandpa, right? When he gets up, I get for Grandpa, and then for some reason, I always wander into the kitchen and get a little snack.
Kim, you should have a little snack. You should have seen
Those were
his.
multiple snacks, so each one was
Right,
little.
and I didn't even show the room.
I mean, each snack was little, but
I didn't
when you
even
get up 5-6 times, between
Yeah.
1 and 4 in the morning.
And let's say when he was on the
It
toilet
adds
this
up.
morning, it did add up.
Okay, I mean, I don't know why we jumped from
I know,
from
Terry.
here to there.
Because that's how I do.
Well,
You
can
should
do
know
that.
me by now.
I know, but I mean,
You
who
know
wants,
I'm
who wants
like
to
that,
talk about
honey.
that when dinner's getting
You
ready?
know I'm like that, honey. Embrace it or just don't at all.
I don't embrace it at all.
Embrace it, bruh.
I'm not a bruh.
The cornflakes.
I'm not
yes.
your bruh.
Bruh.
Do you remember the first time we heard that? You remember the first time I got called bruh?
By Jennifer?
Yep, you remember it?
I don't think.
I'll tell you. And it was shocking. And we were in Cabo. And
Oh,
I think
Kathy.
Riley was there.
Good luck.
I can't tell the story.
No, because
all right,
Kathy, read. Hi, Dan. I'm concerned about myself, so I'm going in for an MRI of my brain next week. 66 years old with concerns about my short-term memory loss and driving ability. Yes, so I'm going to interrupt you for that.
that is scary. It doesn't mean anything. You go in, you get tested, you find out what it is. Who knows? I mean, you got to go in and check it out. You got to check it out. It's scary. I mean, I'm afraid to go give my poop, because I'm afraid. It's scary to face those kinds of things. I get scared going to the doctor. It's post-traumatic stress from the damn
Right, but
heart
why
attack.
not go and be proactive?
I understand that, but it's still the way you feel. You love saying that, right? It's
No,
the way I feel.
I
That's
get
the way
scared
feel.
too every time I have to spread my legs to have them do a cervical check, right? But I do it every time I go and
I
get a
do it.
mammogram. I get scared,
I know. But that's we're all alike then.
but I still do it.
You do it, absolutely. Okay, the bra story. So Jennifer comes with another one of her childhood friends. We were in Cabo, and they're coming to, and they're just beyond, any kind of level of intoxication that's acceptable. And they show up, and I get out of bed because it's so loud. It's like 1 in the morning or something, and I go in to confront Riley and my daughter, and I get some kind of blah, 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 bruh. And I'm, what did you say? Bruh. And I could not believe it, but it came out and it was used. And I just looked and I said, now I'm one of the bruh. Now I'm in that thing. It was
Yes,
not
DJ.
something I enjoyed.
Early detection is key, 100%.
Bruh.
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 Seems really normal to me.
What?
I had a mom die of cancer, and she went all the time.
I'm in the bro code, absolutely. I've been broed.
Hey, Tony.
I've been brud. It's not
It's
bro.
not bro.
It's brud.
I even corrected my
I've been
nephew.
brud.
I'm like, bruh. If you want to say it right, you say bruh. You don't say bro. Bro
Oh, dear.
is lame.
You are such
Bruh.
a brat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What does it mean?
I don't know. Something political.
It's not political.
I heard you say something, and I thought.
It's just because it's being used to describe different politicians, but
But why? What's the connotation? We don't talk politics on this show.
it's not politics. You're the only one who said the word politics.
No, because I heard you say it's been using in terms to describe certain people in
It's
politics.
a term from like the kids. The kids use it.
So what's a brat?
I don't know. Is it some kind of like an upgrade from bruh to brat? When you get, I guess you start as a bruh and you become a brat. Can somebody please define brat for us and everyone else who's confused? Because this is like better than Google. These lives.
Bros are USA, bra is UK.
It's a British word. Ow.
Build your way up, bro, bra, bra.
Bro, bro.
Self-care as a caretaker, what's that? Self-care? Huh? Who? What? When? Top tier. An album title, Brat?
Thank you for the pills.
Yeah, a spoiled, spoiled rotten kid. That's what I thought a brat was.
That's what a brat is norm. That's what we know a brat is, but now it's changed.
Right, and so what's the change that it's now referring
I've
across
asked
what a
someone
brat is.
to define it. I'm waiting. Maybe we're all old in here. We don't have any kids on here. Because first of all, we're over 18 just to start with. We can't have anybody under 18. So we'll need to get like a 19 or 21-year-old if there's any in here. My child does not currently call me bro, and it's only one
Brat
child.
is fun.
Brat is fun? All right, that I see.
I am a brat because I am fun. There you have it.
Well, you're a brat. Ashley, it must drive you crazy to hear all the kids saying it, but I guess, our teachers had it. I don't know what we used to say. What did we say?
What?
I don't know what words did we say, like,
So Kim
cool.
said brat means that's cool.
Or, I don't even remember the words we used.
Toy fun.
I know.
Yes. Daniel.
We had
Enjoying life.
We
You
had-
can't. Why are we changing?
dude is a big one for us.
But why are they changing the
Probably
terms?
a trust, Skylar. Probably. For most people, it's trust.
Why are we changing what a brat is? A brat is a spoiled fucking bitch, or a dude, or anybody who has a trust fund baby. Anybody who just doesn't have to put in the time to work. They're a brat. Why are we changing the terminology?
They're not a brat. They're entitled. You just described
Entitled
Paris Hilton.
And a brat.
Well, a brat is
Because-
someone who's like sassy and just disrespectful.
Your turn. I got him dinner. He's up.
He's up.
Or he's looking
He's
in his
up.
pocket.
He's up. He's up. He's not up. He's looking in his pocket.
I know, but tell him not to worry about the pocket.
Dad, don't worry about the pocket. That'll
No,
help.
you can't hear that.
But
you
you
gotta
think
get
it's
closer.
gonna help?
The own vocabulary. It pisses me off.
How's
We
that
cannot
sound?
change
All right.
terminology from what
Don't
we
worry
know.
about all this
You know what I
crap.
mean?
Don't worry about that.
We're not allowed to hurt
Worry
feelings
about what's
anymore.
hanging off your face.
No.
That's more important.
Getting through my birth control slot. The head nurse checked my
Another
breasts just for precaution. I'm cancer free. Woo! It is like winning the lottery.
Here you go.
Every time I go to
That's
the
good,
doctor's
Dad.
office and I get a clean bill of health, I'm excited. Wait, they have brat stalls. They had brat stalls. What the hell was that? You have to go into surgery? I would freak out too, Nancy Doc. I don't like surgery. What kind of surgery?
I don't like surgery either.
Sus? Barbara, that's so old. Sus.
Sus. That's
It's
good.
sus.
That's
Do you know what sus means?
like suspect. You're
It's
sus.
so suspect. You're
Now
being
I heard a
sneaky.
good one. There was one that was the hell was it? Riz. Like
Mm-hmm.
Riz. You got Riz. Anybody know what that? I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it. What's Riz? You got some Riz, babe. You got some Riz. Sus is suspicious, but Riz. I heard this just yesterday. It's like game. It's like game. It comes from charisma. It's just charisma. Yeah, there you go. Charisma shortened to Riz. I like that.
So I just learned about that a couple weeks ago because my nephew, my 9-year-old nephew, used Riz in an inappropriate way, and his mom had a shit fit, which rightfully so, because he had no idea what he was meaning, and it was totally inappropriate for a 9-year-old to say. So that's why I knew what it was.
Do you have aunts or uncles from your dad's side? I got a million aunts and uncles from my dad's side.
Bye, Belinda. Don't let the screen
Rizzo
scratch
from
you on
Greece.
the way
I was just listening to Frankie Valli sing Greece in my headphones before I got on. Great song. I mean, people forget what a
out.
great
The
song
kitchen
Greece
is
was.
clean now, Jeremy. Yes.
You want to? Are you a high school kid? If you're a high school, you can borrow her. If you're in college, no. Someone wants to take you to the prom.
What if they
Would
were,
you go? What if someone really wanted to take you to the prom?
What
Like,
was that movie with Drew Barrymore? One Last Kiss or First Kissed or something like
never
that.
been kissed.
Never been kissed. She's
Yeah.
Louise.
Great movie.
If she's Box.
I mean, box means something different to me.
Yeah. Bye, Lily. Don't
Oh.
let the door hit you on the way out.
Raymond, you have my permission, but you gotta ask.
Oh,
Where do you
shit.
live, Raymond?
Could you imagine this old broad showing up to a prom?
I
I
would-
could put on one of my daughter's old prom
I would have to
dresses.
go film it.
That would be. We could do content. It would be contentable.
Danielle going to her
Charisma
prom.
would call her Rizzy wrist. That's
I mean-
funny. Could you imagine? That would be so freaking hilarious. Danielle goes to prom.
I didn't like it last time.
No, I had children without him.
We have 3 kids.
Immaculate conception on my part.
My
He thinks he's
niece
the
went to
father.
UVM.
He thinks he's the father.
My grandpa wears the Vermont shirt because that's where his granddaughter, my sister's kid, went.
Hi, Steve L. What's up, bro?
You're having an ultra? Awesome.
Hi, Wendy. There was a story of a man named Dan
Yes, we could vote on your prom.
and a cute girl named Danielle.
Milkman is always
They
looking.
once spent a long time together and they became one. See? You're not that clever. That's why you suck.
I'm clever.
Nope. Can't
Oh,
sing
I'm
a song
clever.
like that.
Fucking Brady Bunch?
I'm singing. Somebody said, "How did you meet?" And so I was gonna sing.
I get what you were doing, but that's not quite North Stockton.
Until one day the man fell in love with the woman.
Sherry, we don't. If we started talking about
We
politics,
can't.
it would
Daniel's
it would
followers.
just become.
Daniel's followers.
She's been drinking a lot already.
Oh
So,
Jesus!
it would just become crazy
Really?
if
That
we
was
talked
stupid.
about
That was a stupid comment.
if we talked about politics. It would just
Yeah, don't worry
debase
about that.
into.
We'll worry
Arguments. It's just not worth it.
Because you're still
And especially now, it's so, people are so crazy over politics right now.
No, we're not doing that. Just finish what's on your plate.
Aloha from Hawaii, my favorite state. Yeah, here come the trolls now for some reason. We're in the twilight zone here, or our entire state? Mary, a lot of people would leave if we started. A lot of people come here to escape politics. One of the reasons that I get on, I don't even watch the news anymore. I literally don't. I watch what's going on, I figure it out, but when it devolves into commentary and everybody talk, oh, this is happening, and it changes every day, I just put on MASH, or I put on the Andy Griffith Show, or Star Trek, all of them on this channel, or, the $6 Million Man, old
Don Knotts.
television
What
shows.
was that last night? Was it the Andy Griffith Show? And I said, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, we were watching the Andy Griffith Show, which is, you guys forget how wholesome TV
That
was.
was horrible.
Or the Waltons.
That
Andy
was
Griffith Show
horrible.
is a great show. It really,
That
and
was
it's
horrible.
still today, is entertaining.
Andy was in the bars. I mean, in the jail, in the cell, behind the
That
bars.
wasn't Andy, that
What
was
was that?
Don Knotts.
Oh, yeah. What was he doing behind there?
He was trying to, Don Knotts was trying to entrap a mobster. And unfortunately the so he dressed up as a mobster, he went into the cell, pretended that he was arrested, but the
And then-
mobster saw his picture on
It's
the wall
too
in his
cheesy.
deputy uniform.
And then Danielle put on Below Deck.
No, we got the bullshit. The bullshit came on.
I could not watch that. I just could not.
I would watch Mayberry any day over
What
any
was,
of that
what's the
reality
other
crap.
one with the farm and the
Hillbillies?
The Hillbillies. The Hillbillies
Beverly
comes on
Hillbillies?
too. I come into bed and I'm like, bruh,
That's a bit different. But
bruh, we cannot watch this. And Dan says that's the boxer guy who's
That's
the
Max Baer's
museum
kid. His
right
father-
by
his father
And
was
Wilton.
was a champion boxer, Max Baer Sr. And Jethro was Max Baer, his kid. And the Max Baer grew up
and
in Lodi, which is right down the road from us, like 10 miles away. Green Acres is on there too.
it's ridiculous.
It's Me TV.
I can't do it.
That's what I watch now because the news is so frickin' difficult to watch.
Very difficult.
Night Court, I miss that. I watch that. The Love Boat. Anything that comes on there I just can't believe watching the same shows I used to watch when I would stay home from school
it's so
when I was
corny.
a kid.
Like if you literally, oh my God, you said Mr. Ed. There's a funny story, and it just reminded me when she said Mr. Ed. But I just can't. Like it's hard to watch those shows. The '80s shows are hard enough, but then when you go back in time to early '80s, late '70s,
You passed out, bro?
really difficult.
You should have stopped and eaten
Now
it.
everybody loves Raymond. It's fine, and sometimes
I
that's on
watch
the
that.
TV, and it's so corny. It's so corny.
MASH is I forgot what a great show MASH is. I mean, it really is good. We have not had good television in a long time. I mean, we've had shows like Modern Family, which are funny, but you know, there wasn't a lot of substance to it, right? But you know, MASH, I watched the episode where Colonel Blake goes home, right? They're celebrating. He does his goodbyes. They do the whole show about him leaving, and they do it so real. And then he dies on the way home, and that's what war was like. All in the Family, we watch that too. That's also on there. And I love the beginning of. Monique,
I love Roseanne.
I have not.
Ryan, I love Roseanne. Roseanne, I grew up on Roseanne. I wish she wasn't so outspoken because the Connors came back. I love that in the 80s. They were the best.
I forgot what I was going to say. Hawaii Five-0, the old
Jay
one,
Smith,
not the new one, but the old one with
Dan
Jack
would
Lord.
say Dos Coyotes. Mark always wants
Land
Dos
of the
Coyotes.
Lost. Is that what you're talking about? The dinosaurs?
Dan always wants Dos Coyotes, and it's so. Mark always wants. I love Sanford and Son and the Jeffersons, and when I watch that Archie
Those are on
Bunker
too.
and Archie Bunker. Now I'll watch Archie and I'll watch Sanford and Son.
Archie, we were watching All in the Family, and the Jeffersons were on there before
You're
the
right.
Jeffersons.
It is not funny without Roseanne.
The Jeffersons spun off.
I did try the Connors, and I just couldn't get into it. I loved seeing all the old cast, but she was the piece. You know, she was the piece.
Magnum PI was great. I mean, who doesn't want a 308 GTS like Magnum? Leave It to Beaver is, I watch it, but it's just not, it's too old for me. That was before my time when I was born.
You're probably going to be very disappointed in my choice. My choice is Chipotle.
I don't care.
Jay Smith asked what the favorite. I said, you guys choose Dos Coyotes.
Monique,
I would rather have Dos Coyotes over everything. Petticoat Junction is also on that channel.
Archie Bunker was a lot of people's dads.
Oh
That's
my
what
gosh.
made the show great. I mean,
She was the
if
spice.
you just listen to the damn
And
opening.
ABC, if you know anything about me, I
And
love
the
spice.
LaSalle ran
I
great.
love spice.
Those were the days.
No,
and we're still having that argument. I mean, that's literally that the story. Those were the days is the campaign slogan for a major party. You know.
I love Archie. You know, and you can't have shows like that today.
JJ.
You know, and JJ, what's happening?
I know who he is.
Yeah.
You know, what's happening more interestingly is Paul Amos, the father on What's Happening, is big on TikTok with his kid.
Wilderness Family. Oh, it turned
Mork
into
and
Waltons.
Mindy.
I loved more. Nano Shaw's Bucks.
I mean, that was
I love
just
good times. Good
it
times.
had to really.
Kelsey.
Oh, yeah,
singing.
good times. I'm sorry. She said, "What's happening?"
Oh, what's happening? Yeah, good times. Kelsey, I told you, did I not? Those sounds. Kelsey got the neck massager.
Oh boy,
I do too, Heidi.
Mr. Welcome back,
know.
Carter.
Adam 12.
I
don't know
Dream
what
of
that
Jeannie
is.
was great. I mean, she was amazing. Jeannie, whatever her name, Barbara Eden. She was frickin' amazing.
Archie
And-
would be Nick's for sure.
Wow,
Saved
she
by the
was
Bell.
hot. I mean, in the day, holy moly.
Did
Barbara
anybody
Eden,
watch 227?
the Newlywed Game.
2 and 2. Is that
No, that was
Chuck Woolbury?
Chuck Woolery, the dating game.
The dating game.
2 and 2. 8 is Enough, which was ironically filmed in Sacramento, where we're from.
Yeah.
Or it was set in Sacramento. I don't know where it was filmed, but 8 is Enough was set.
Does,
So.
Kelsey. That's
Room
the
227.
best present anybody can have. No, 227 with what's her name? Cherie, or what was the bion?
Oh, 222. Room 222. That was.
That's the life. You
Bionic
take
Woman.
the good, you take
Lindsay
the bad,
Lohan.
and then the
That was
facts of life.
facts.
The facts of life. I love that. Held hands. You did, Kim? Oh my
Three's
God.
Company had Don
Kim,
Knotts as well.
listen, Kim said she won on the game show Scrabble and held hands with Chuck.
Really?
I love that.
Be
I
back
love
in
that.
2. I mean, I heard he was a weird guy.
Was he weird?
I don't remember
Kim, did
how
you
he
feel
was
weird?
weird, but Columbo.
Of course you did, Steve.
All right. Just one more question. One more question. Columbo
Taxi,
was
that
amazing.
was the Man in the Moon, right?
Well, Taxi was not the Man in the Moon.
No, but the guy who was in it.
The Man in the Moon was
The guy?
an REM song.
Yes, and that was about the was
Did
it about
they play it? What you mean with Lodka?
Lodka, that's it. Lodka.
Yeah, but Lodka. Well, the Man in the Moon was a song. And Andy Kaufman was a jokester, right? So he, you didn't know whether he was real or it was a practical joke. He dressed up as other people. I mean, he was the biggest,
Hi, Anton.
he was the biggest josher, or he was a jokester, right? And he wrestled women. And so when he died, there was a lot of people that thought he faked his death. A lot of people really believed that when Andy Kaufman died, and that's what the song "Man on the Moon" is about.
Sean, I would love to. I don't watch anything on YouTube, but I would watch your show behind in the crematorium. Yeah, closed doors of a funeral home. Do it. That's a badass. I would totally watch
Cagney and
it.
Lacey, I remember it. Didn't watch it, man. Much. Chico and the Man, absolutely. And that, Chico and the Man, the guy's son became bigger than the father. Barney Miller was one of the best written shows, the well-written shows I've ever
Baby
seen.
Moses said he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in 2004 with Regis, and he smelled exactly like a fresh new bag of false cough drops.
I love that show. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I remember Freddie Prinze Jr., yeah.
Moonlighting, I
Absolutely.
love too. I love
Moonlighting,
that. That was
except
great.
Sybil Shepherd
we watched,
was-
Casey, we watched 6 Feet Under. We watched that together. We love 6 Feet Under.
I never saw the Jerry Lewis show. I did see the telethons and the Partridge
I think he's
Family.
done.
Different
I'll be
strips,
back.
of course.
I wish they did a reincarnation of Archie Bunker, but they couldn't do it today in this society.
You need to know, do you believe in Joe Henry? Tell me the context of that.
Okay, hold on. Stay there. Stay put. Stay put.
And now Kimmel's doing a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Now you gotta make it Who Wants to Be a Billionaire. 'Cause Wonder Woman with Linda Carter, Family Ties. I mean, Family Ties was a great show. And,
I gotta do pills.
tragic. They ran out yesterday. You gotta make a.
I forgot. Hold on, Ed.
What you talk? I still use what you talking about, Willis. Like when my kid says something that's just crazy, like, what the hell are you talking? What you talking about, Willis? I still use it. Love the Dukes of Hazzard.
Gary Coleman, I think, is still on.
Love Farrah. That's why I idolized Steve Austin. What the hell's his name? $6 Million Man. Lee Majors. Mr. Cooper, another good show. In fact, I think I had some interaction with Mr. Cooper. He's a basketball player in real life on social media. I can't remember at the beginning. I think he commented on some videos and we had some back and forth. But he was a great basketball player. The Sopranos might be my favorite show on my favorite television show. What?
We watched that together too.
Yeah, we did watch. We used to watch The Sopranos together every Sunday night or whenever it came
What's the other
on.
one with Shameless?
My Two Dads or Alf. I didn't watch either of them, Jacqueline. The Bionic Woman was great. Lindsay Wagner, another amazing actress. Welcome Back, Carter was hey, it made. Did you guys know that? What's his name? The guy from Grease. What's his name? John Travolta was actually he was a contender to become Fonzie on Happy Days, but Henry Winkler beat him out. I do watch the Waltons now. Marcus Curry, that's right. Mr. Cooper, that's right. I wonder if he's related to Steph at all. I don't know. $6 Million Man was great.
Charlie's Angels. How about Charlie's Angels?
Charlie's Angels, yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it that much. Soap, I didn't watch a lot, but I know it was a well-written show. Mel's Diner with Vic Tayback and Linda Lavin and Flo and the other one. The Incredible Hulk with David, whatever the hell his name was good.
Take these and I'll give you your dessert.
I felt like the Incredible. Get Smart.
Your
Missed them by that much. And then the frickin' Cone of Silence. The Cone of Silence is still known today. If you ever hear the Cone of Silence, it was invented on Get Smart, and it's frickin' hilarious. You know, Bill Cosby, we could say what you want, you know. I watched the show. I do remember Kung Fu. He traveled the earth. That was a great show. He just walked the earth. The Odd Couple was great. Well, I mean, I don't know, did I ever do anything besides watch TV growing up? Because all of these shows are like my childhood. I loved Dallas and I loved Fantasy Island. All of them. The Monsters. I Love Lucy was a little before my time. Unforgiven was a great movie. It was a classic movie. Had with Clint and you had
Bill has lived there for a long time.
whoever I can't think of the guy's name. Love
His wife.
his nemesis who he shot at the end. Yeah, we're getting all the we've covered them all. What?
Watch YouTube too.
The YouTube too. Knots Landing, Starsky and Hutch before my time. Kitty Kitty, I don't know. Pops doesn't always come on. Remember, it's how he's doing, right? If he can come on, we bring him on. But Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder, 8 is Enough. Yeah, we got him. Married with Children was that was a groundbreaking show actually. I think it was on Fox TV originally. You know, one of the non-3 majors, and Married with Children really. It made a lot of stars, and it was really groundbreaking. Saved by the Bell, never watched it. I know wasn't Zac Efron on that. Greatest American Hero, I did watch, and I loved it. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could fly so high, high and away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. That was Grace American.
You bought the.
I did buy some of those.
You bought the DVD. Yeah. Alf. I loved Alf.
I love Bonanza too.
I loved Alf. Morgan
Bonanza was set right up by Lake Tahoe, so.
Yeah.
I loved Red Fox and Sanford and Son.
God, could you imagine if we did shows All in the Family? We were talking about Lola. That is one of the favorites of mine is Archie Bunker, and today I love Archie. You know,
I watched Three's Company.
He says it like I do.
And Cheers and Frasier.
Up front.
I
to the point.
Dukes of Hazzard. I definitely love the General
Daisy.
Lee.
Love the Daisy. Time flies, and it's just I
Who's the Boss?
wish we could go back to the old shows because really those were really classics, and I wish we could redo them today the same way they were done back then.
My nephew worked up at some ritzy place as a security guard in Lake Tahoe. And
Twin Peaks.
who was the girl
I was in high
on
school.
Who's the Boss? What was the girl's name?
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano lived there, and he was in her house. To do something like when you go to the house or you're coming, they go in, they turn on all the
I love Archie.
air conditioning and vacuum it. So he was in Alyssa Milano's house.
I loved Archie. I mean,
I watched
today
that
I
movies.
love Archie because I couldn't appreciate Archie back in the day, right? Because I was too young. But today,
Carol
Archie
O'Connor was amazing.
was badass. And so when that's on MeTV, I love it. But the Andrew Griffin Show, I can't get into. MASH, ugh.
What was amazing about Carol O'Connor, if you ever saw interviews, he was absolutely nothing like that character. I don't mean just the bad parts. I mean, he was just so different from that character. It's like, that guy's an actor. I mean, he can become a totally separate person. Most people, even good actors, like,
MASH show.
who's that guy with the teeth, that did all the comedy? The weird, kind of a weird guy. He was in Man on the Moon.
Andrew Dice Clay?
No, not frickin' Andrew Dice Clay. He was in The Pet Thing. Highway to Heaven was one of my favorite shows with John Landon. John Landon, but some Landon. I didn't really care for the Brady Bunch. The Heat of the Night with Carol O'Connor.
I did cryo, and after cryotherapy, they do lymphatic drainage.
Let me go grab some.
He was a huge advocate of humanity. That's what Kim said. Oh, and the Jeffersons. Moving on up to the big time. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys. Those shows you cannot replicate, especially in today's society. Seinfeld was amazing. Yeah. You know, I didn't appreciate the Seinfeld because I was too immature and too naive, but today Seinfeld cracks me the heck up. Yeah.
I prefer Curb over Seinfeld.
Well, yes, today's Curb. Yeah, but Seinfeld was Curb.
Seinfeld was
Present
great
day.
in the day. I mean, it just
The plane.
some
the
shows,
plane.
just don't have staying power. But Seinfeld was great. Larry David left it about 3 or 4 years before it ended, and so it kind of went downhill a little bit. But Curb, holy shit! Eleanor Rigby sits in a house with her face in a jar by the door. Who is it for?
I did not watch the Olympic ceremonies now.
Father Mackenzie.
Did I see Danielle?
Wiping the dirt from his hands as he
Yes.
walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people.
I love Love Boat.
Love Boat?
What did I hear when I was doing
How
my
does Love
stuff?
Boat theme go?
That what do you call
Love.
what's his face? Snoop Dogg was
Exciting.
doing. Hold on, was Snoop Dogg in the opening ceremonies
I'm
today?
alone.
Because I thought I heard that. Was Snoop
We're
Dogg
expecting
in
you.
there?
The Love Boat. I don't know who was there at the opening ceremony.
I think. Hi, Kenny. I think Snoop Dogg. I heard something
Laverne
about Snoop
Shirley.
Dogg. I love Mr. Belvedere.
Laverne and Shirley,
He's
what
holding the
amazed
torch.
me is the way she went on and became such a phenomenal director. And she directed, and it was the
carried the torch.
daughter of the
How the
guy
hell?
who did Happy Days, and she directed A Field of
How
Her
the
Own. which I
hell
thought
was
great.
Snoop carrying the torch? Y'all, I want to know why Snoop was carrying the torch.
I think LeBron and Coco
Hi, Emily.
were the ones carrying the torch.
Well, I heard
Coco Gauff and
also.
LeBron James.
I heard that Snoop Dogg was carrying it. He said the last. They said the last.
Why the fuck would Snoop Dogg?
That's what
He's
I
not even
said.
an athlete.
Rick said it was lit.
I mean, Snoop Dogg may have been carrying what looked like a
He
torch,
may have been lit.
but it wasn't a torch. That was not a torch.
Celine Dion sang? Shut up.
I know they had some superstars.
She did? Oh my
Did
gosh.
she sing the Titanic song?
Oh, he was carrying the torch.
Snoop Dogg was carrying this. You mean that big
He
thing
was
that you
carrying-
carry all around?
Yes. Wow. I
Mary
thought I
Taylor
heard that. I was like, oh my god. Oh, you guys, Celine Dion is battling her illness, and I'm surprised to know that she did. She sang. Holy crap! I would definitely
Celine
watch
Dion, that story is weird. She married, her manager like 20 years
What
older,
the hell?
and she
Snoop.
made ungodly money, and he gambled. Like she would be in the performing, and he'd be in the casino gambling away her night's winnings or whatever.
Or her night's earnings.
Yeah, what you doing, Pop?
I really like it. I do like Snoop. I can't give him. I'm just laughing because I was like, Snoop is really. I heard
Don't
something.
worry about picking that up, but it's all right. Yeah.
Oh, Gaga did it too? I did not, Dana. I did not watch her new documentary, but I heard big Celine fans loved it. She's coming back to Vegas? You guys, I thought she was like, don't kill me, but I thought she was on
You want to sit on the
Netflix or
couch and
something,
watch
no?
the TV?
Me too,
Yeah,
Daddy.
you're not going to
She
clean the floor.
sings.
I'll
She
clean the
did,
floor.
Lola? Okay, I will
I'll
watch
clean
that.
the floor, don't worry.
They did the flame and then Celine singing on top of that. Oh,
They're all done.
Mike, I think I would have enjoyed
I know, but I
that.
don't want you to bang your head.
Oh, Rita, I would like that. I'm gonna watch it.
What?
Is
You
I'm,
wanna
I'm
watch
okay.
TV?
Okay, Nikki, I'm excited
You
to
wanna
see
come
that.
talk
Hey,
on the
Beach Days.
television show?
Talk on television.
We're on the television show.
Where?
Right out
What
there.
do you want to do?
Oh, so
I'm
we'll
on the
see.
television show out
I
there.
agree.
You wanna
I
come
thought she
talk
was
to
so sick, like I
1,000
didn't think she
people?
was ever gonna perform again.
You want to come talk to 1,000 people?
Oh, I love that about her.
There's
Because
1,000
Snoop is on it.
people watching
I gotta watch
there.
for
You
Snoop.
wanna see
I
what's
also
going
gotta
on?
watch for Snoop.
You?
If you want to, Bob, if you want to,
See
come
along,
on, you
Celine.
can come check it out.
Oh my gosh,
All right,
so
I'll show you
good.
what I
Good
mean.
for her.
It's right
Good
over
for
here.
her. The star's
You're
here.
going to be in front of
Mr.
1,000
Man.
people. Come here.
Hello, I'm right here. Hi.
Careful.
Oh, I love that. I love that jazz. That makes me
You're gonna,
happy.
you can sit in that chair.
Oh, Sandy, I'll have to watch
Sit
it.
over here, Pop.
Here, he can sit down.
Or you can sit here.
That Danielle's where
Go ahead, sit
Sit
down.
over, Pop.
I can move over.
Go sit.
Pop, take a seat.
You want me to sit here down
Yes, please.
there? Okay.
Careful. So there's a lot of people on here that you're talking to, Pop. A lot of people.
Holy mackerel, is that picture of me?
Yeah, and me. That's the way we look, Dad. There's nothing we can do about it. That's just us.
Okay, well, I can understand that.
All right, well. Now people are going to start talking to you, Dad.
What?
If people are going to start talking to you, if you can just let him know where you are, just your city.
What's that say? Ohio State.
Yeah, that's your shirt, Pop. Someone sent you an Ohio State shirt, so that's what you're wearing.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody from this television show. We're on television right now, Pop. So there's a lot of people watching you. There's 300 people there and 900 people there. So you're talking. What? Anything you want to ask?
No.
A bunch of people?
Where am I talking to?
They're all over the place, Pop. They're literally all over the world. There's
All over the world.
Illinois, Arizona, Belgium. There's Florida, Des Moines, Iowa, Nashville, Tennessee, Tulane, Wisconsin,
The states of the United States.
Toronto, Ohio, Seattle. Not just the United States, Montana, Orange County, from actually all over the world, Pop. There's Canada right there. Missouri, Texas.
Well, I want my kids to be in a good place in Canada. That's good.
Well, your sister lives in Canada, Dad.
My what?
Your sister lives in Canada.
Maryland?
Nope. Linda.
Oh, Linda.
Yeah. Marilyn was his sister. She passed away when my dad was a teenager. And you still remember Marilyn. That's pretty good, Pop.
My brother too.
Your brother too, Pop. But your sister is still alive, Linda. She's still alive.
She's still up in Canada?
Yep, she came down to see you a couple months ago, and you see her at least once a year. You see your sister, Dad.
Did we see her?
If she was here, she comes to see you
Oh, good.
because you don't travel much anymore. So she comes to see you. There's someone in Memphis, from Alabama.
Well, she likes to get away down here too. Her family's all down here.
Well, her family's up there. Her immediate family's up there. Her husband and her children all live in Canada. But
Right.
her extended family lives down here.
Who's your extended family?
Well, that would be Bill's kids, and you and your kids are her extended family. Right? They're her brother's kids. So Bill's kids are still alive, and at least two of them are still alive, and your kids are still alive, and you. So she comes down to see you,
Oh, that's great.
and we get together with Bill's kids as well.
I'm trying. David, her husband is David, right?
That's absolutely right, David.
And so, what does he do?
He's a retired doc, Dad. He was a doctor.
He's retired.
He's retired, Dad. You guys are old. Uncle Dave is in his mid-80s, Pop. You're 92.
I'm 92 today.
Not today. You were 92 on March 26th.
I've already passed that.
Yeah, we're in July, Pop. You're getting closer to 93. So you put your time in, Pop. We're on cruise control to 100.
What? Say that again.
I said we're on cruise control to 100. You're going to be 100 in 8 years.
And cruise ship.
Cruise control. It means you're just floating along until you're 100 years old.
Oh,
You're only 92 now, but you'll be 100 in 8 years.
I'm in a cruise.
You're not on a cruise, Dad. We're in my house. I just used the term cruise control, like in the car.
Yeah.
You know how you put your car in cruise control? And it just goes at that speed? You don't remember cruise control. You may not have used it all that much. But we're just headed to 100. We're on the journey to 100, Pop.
Where's that again?
Dad, you're 92 years old.
Yeah.
You're going to be 108 years.
When?
In March 26th, and
You remember the day?
yeah, you'll be 100 on March 26th, 2032. That's when you'll be 100, and that's 8 years from now.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good, Pop.
Yeah, I can't complain about that.
You know, I'll be happy to make it to your age, Pop.
You will.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm not as confident as you.
You're not as old as I am either.
No, but you lived a very healthy life, Pop, and things didn't tend to bother you the way they bothered me. You don't have you've never carried a lot of stress around in your life like I do. I seem to carry it around. I don't know why. Pop, don't touch your lip. What you got is
Eating too many fruits.
he's eaten literally. So my dad has always loved plums, and our plum tree is now full of these, ripe plums. So he literally eats 10 or 12 plums a day.
Where at?
You do, because you find them and you eat them.
Where is he?
No, plums, Dad, plums.
Yeah, but where's your dad you're talking about?
You're my dad.
Oh, I'm your dad?
Yeah, you're my dad, Pop. You're Ed, I'm Dan. I'm your fifth son.
There you go. And now we're straightened up a little bit more. That's
Now
good.
we're straightened up.
That's good.
I'm your kid, Pop.
You're one of them.
I'm one of them, Pop. And
Danielle is part of my Canadian family.
no, she's not part of your Canadian family, Pop. You married Janice. You married her mother.
I did?
You did.
Am I your father? No.
I hope not.
No, it's not.
No, but you married her mother, Pop.
Pardon me?
You married her mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it in the family.
That's
Now,
one way to
Daniel, you don't have any children, do you?
I have 3.
You have 3 children?
Mhm.
Where are they?
They're all over the place.
One's golfing and 2 are in
Are
school.
they here in this house?
One of them, Andrew's here.
Andrew's here, but he's golfing, Pop. He's not here right
Oh,
now.
Andrew's not your son, is he?
Mhm.
I thought we had Andrew had a regular boy.
He's here.
I think he's a regular boy.
Well, I mean, time-wise.
Pop, Andrew is our son, mine and Danielle's, along with Jennifer and Hannah. Those are 3 of your grandkids. And then you have 8 other grandkids, Pop.
A lot of family in this general area.
You got a lot of family. You're surrounded by your family.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Time marches on for all of us.
Pop, that's the one thing that never stops is time. It never stops. It just keeps going. Whether you're aware of it or not aware of it, time flies, Pop.
Well, Danielle's had a pretty good life as far as locations where to go.
Where has she been?
Been a lot in California
She's been, but
and some in Washington.
not Washington, Pop. In Tennessee. She's from Tennessee.
Did you go to Tennessee? I don't remember that.
She was born in Tennessee, Pop.
What?
She was born in Tennessee.
Oh, okay, that's good. You're an American then.
Mhm.
She's an American.
And then you live with me for a very short period of time. But you get around with you get around with the family.
Yeah, I sure do.
Everybody knows you.
Everybody knows me.
Everybody knows Danielle, Dad.
Yeah.
Even you never forget Danielle. You never forget her. But don't touch her face so much.
Never forget what?
You never forget Danielle.
Why would I do that?
I'm just saying, you never do.
I try to keep my mind on all my family.
Well, you do a great job of that,
I
Dad.
hope so.
You absolutely do.
You're my family too.
Pop, I'm your kid. I'm your son.
Yeah, here we got a dog.
Yeah, the dog's part of the family too.
He wants me though. Come on, get out of here. Get out.
The dog was in his lap because
No.
the dog. What's happening is my dad wears, a clothing protector, and so his a lot of the food gets lost in his
What?
clothing protector, and the dog goes into his, like his waist area to eat the food out of his bib, but he's not wearing a bib, but the dog is looking for food, so it's got his nose in his
The dog knows the family.
in his waist. Yes, the dog knows you. What's different with me? My hair is different. I dyed it for trying to raise money for
Where are your
Alzheimer's.
kids?
Pop, they're around. I don't know where they are at this exact moment.
Do you have kids?
I got 3 kids, Pop. I got half the number of kids that you have. You got 6 kids.
A lot of family.
You got a lot of family, Pop.
A lot of family in this general area besides mine family.
Absolutely.
That's good.
He needs a
Some
plum
other-
shirt. That's what he needs, a plum shirt.
Yeah,
If anybody has a plum shirt.
yeah.
So, Pop, you have any questions?
Not right this second.
All right.
I'm gonna go take a rest a little bit.
You want to take a rest? Danielle, can you come move him? You want to watch some TV, Pop?
Oh, lay down and rest a little bit.
Why don't you sit and watch a little TV before you take a rest? Because you'll go to bed in about half an hour.
Oh, yeah, that's okay too.
Okay.
All right.
Stop it.
Boy, that dog is noisy.
Do you want to come with me?
Who is barking?
She was.
Pop, you go take
Do
a
you
rest.
want to stay here, or do you want to come with me?
He
and
wants
go watch
to take a
TV?
rest. He already
Yeah,
said.
I'll go down and
Okay.
I'll watch TV for a little while.
Okay, come
All
on.
right, Pop. Thank you for coming out and talking, Dad.
I
I appreciate it.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
Leave that there. You don't want that.
no. If it's yours, I don't. All right, I'll go watch TV for a little bit.
All right, Pop.
Come on.
Well,
Oh,
we got him for a little while. That was pretty nice. We don't always get him, but we got him for a little while. He's in a good way right now, but he's quasi sundowning, but he's in good spirits, which is always important. He is always hilarious. Thanks, Torchy. That was pretty cool. I love it anytime you can come out and sit. But we just don't. Once he's done, he's done.
He'll tell you. I mean, he tells us, I'm tired. I'm leaving.
And it is, it's not. It's exhausting. It's tough to be on. To come on here when there's 1,000 people on. It is, it is, and it takes a lot. It's draining.
And he knows.
And he
He's
knows there's
entertaining.
people on, and he knows
Yeah.
there's people, and so he drains as well. Did you not sit him down?
I did, but he's worried because I'm not there.
He's worried because Danielle's not there. I have not grieved him at all, Ashley, because he's still here, and I don't. And I mean, he's actually still here. His mind is actually still here. He knows who I am. He remembers Danielle. He remembers his kids. So he's, for all intents and purposes, really still here. He's just has some deficits. If it gets to the point where he doesn't recognize me, I might suffer some grief. I'm not sure. But, I'm not just dealing with him. I'm dealing with my mom as well.
And it's funny, Dan makes a joke because he won't know who Dan is, but then he'll walk by and see me and be like, oh, hi, Danielle. This morning, my back was turned and he took him into the kitchen and he saw me. He's like, oh, hi, Danielle. And Dan's like, of course. Of course.
Ashley, my mom is, it's tough. She has more difficulties physically. She has a
Coming
lot
around
of...
the bend.
What?
He's coming
It's
around.
coming around. What time is it? It's only
Where are you
6
going?
o'clock, so...
Oh, it's right here.
Down this way.
Yeah.
He's using the restroom. Yeah, Lisette, it's a big thing that they remember who you are. It really is a big thing. Do I have other siblings? I have 5 other siblings. And all the siblings are pretty close. I mean, I talk to all of my siblings at least once a week, some of them, multiple times a day. So, his personality is similar. His, feistiness has diminished. And some of the, more difficult aspects of my dad have
Sorry,
diminished a
Susan.
lot
Thanks,
with
Sean. I
who's
saw
it?
your email
Actually,
come through.
me. I don't know.
Hi, Kelly.
Dad, my other siblings help not only with Pop but with my mom as well. Like my sister came and picked up my mom today. She'd really been worrying me lately. She had COVID, and it's not something that somebody at her condition, at her age, gets over really quick. So I've been really stressing out about my mom lately. So I'm glad my sister came and picked
Yes,
her up.
Erica.
I don't have to worry so much tonight.
And Dan was trying to get her over to the house, and she's like, no. She just,
My dad's hobbies were walking
she really, in RV
and
shopping.
shopping for RVs and airplanes.
Although he wouldn't ever buy an RV, he was there. People probably ran from him every time he went to this.
It's a team effort. Do I miss practicing law? I miss certain aspects of it. I miss going to court. I really enjoyed
I was gonna say
going to court.
he loves court.
I do love that because it's, you know, it's oral, it's verbal, it's all, you know, interactive, face to face, without, you know, oh, put it in writing or send me a letter. You go to court
Just
and
Jeff.
you talk and
That's
the
great.
chips fall where they may. I like that. I am not scared of getting Alzheimer's. We are not. I'm not originally Canadian at all. My grandmother, my dad's mother. I think she was born in Michigan. Her mother might have been born in Toronto, so I might have some Canadian roots. But they weren't from Canada originally. They came across the and just ended in Canada and then emigrated to the United States. Criminal lawyer is what I really enjoyed.
Je parle français un petit peu.
How did I break the ice skate? That's a great question, and that story will be. We're going to tell that story. It's a great story, and she broke the ice. But it was an interesting, the ice-breaking moment. That question: do I do this or do I not? Was a consideration at a moment in my life, and that'll have to be a story you're going to have to read about because it's a great story.
Oh.
What's the secret to anti? I don't know because I feel older every day.
It's hard.
If you learn the secret of anti-aging, let me
There's
know.
no secret to anti-aging.
Was OJ
There's
guilty?
none.
I believe so.
If the glove fits, you must acquit. Does Mark have food to eat? I think he's okay. I really do. Bye, Bren. Thanks, Viscara. And Torchy.
We've been dealing with worry about Ed because we get new viewers, you know, all the time. So from the moment the channel blew up, my dad's video went viral. We've been dealing with people that are worried about Ed. But you know, there's nothing wrong with that because there's nothing wrong with standing up or speaking up for people who can't speak for themselves. Right or wrong, it's important to do that. So I don't get offended when people, you know, question what's going on with Ed or, you know, what's the social media and what's the connection because, you know, it's good to do that in general. Stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves. Of course, I stand up for Ed and, you know, I think everything's fine, but I don't mind the comments. And my dad was a Subaru man.
Subaru man. There he
What's
is.
going on in the world, sir?
I know. Let's go sit down. Do you want to sit down here or do you want to go sit
It
down
is
in the
definitely an Alzheimer's journey.
Well, what do I have to do here?
TV? You don't have to do anything, but if you want to sit down and talk with us, you can.
I don't think he
If
wants
not,
to
we
do
can
that.
go
dear.
watch TV.
Well, I'll talk to Dad for a while.
Carla, we didn't grow up together. We didn't live in the same house. We didn't.
What?
Nothing, Pop.
He wants to sit
There's
down and
some-
talk.
Dad, no, he doesn't really want to do that. Take him to the other room.
Okay, let's
Because
go sit
he's
down
done
in the
it.
other room. I'm gonna put some chapstick on his lips.
Do I believe in capital management?
I know, Coco.
Oh, capital punishment. No, not really. I mean, believe me, there are many cases where I go, I'd love to shoot that person myself, or if I was in the courtroom and I was that victim's father, I'd be in jail for murder. I'm not saying I don't feel those feelings and emotion, but when you look at it from a strictly legal sense, capital punishment in our country is not a deterrent. Studies have shown that because, you know, typically from the time of conviction to the time of execution is 20 plus years, and people really aren't worried about what's going to happen 20 years ago. If it was a deterrent and it helped take crime away or prevent murder, then I would have a different opinion. But, you know, there are cases where people are wrongfully convicted. It's just a fact. So I don't believe that I'm not I'm not God, and so I don't want to, you know, if someone breaks the rules of society, you take them out of society for a while.
I put chapstick on his lips. I know that's been happening a lot.
What was that?
Yeah, that was that puzzle piece, but it's been going away.
Just went away.
Yeah, it's been doing that. I put some.
You know, if the victims want it, I would be more open to it. Oftentimes the victims don't, but just in those, because I know that there are wrongful convictions. I would not want to be responsible if I was a prosecutor for putting someone to death and then learning that they didn't commit the crime. personally, but that's my own personal opinion on capital punishment.
Gideon.
And I've taken classes on that and
That's
studied the issue.
That's killer.
But that doesn't mean that I don't oftentimes watch a crime on TV or a person in a courtroom that just is inhuman, and it's not like I would miss the person, but it doesn't work. You can't do things on a case-by-case basis. You either have capital punishment or you don't. And if you have it, you're gonna put innocent people to death. And in America, we have at least we used to have a saying, we'd rather free, 9 guilty people than imprison 1 innocent person. And that's kind of I don't know whether that's the status quo today, but when I was going through law school, that was, that's the way we looked at the justice system. You gotta keep government in control. You can't have an out of control government that abuses its citizens. So I love our Constitution for that reason. I think public defenders are the backbone of our Constitution.
It's Friday,
and I
no
love
more
them all.
serious topic.
They have the hardest job in the world. They have to defend people that are indefensible. I was a defense attorney. I could choose not to represent some people,
Emily
and I
knows.
did.
We got more today.
Or what? Stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
Dar with 2 R's.
Well, brilliant disguise. Now you have a lawyer friend.
Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. Yeah, who has? People are like, it's Friday. We don't want to talk serious. We want to have fun.
Hey, I'm good for not talking serious.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah, public defenders have it rough. I met a really cool public defender in Washington, D.C. Through TikTok when we were lobbying for, against the bill that banned TikTok. And
Hi, David.
Elijah, I met a wonderful PD from New York in love for content.
Stacy. No
Which
shit.
one of you is a lawyer? I'm
Don't
a
get
retired lawyer.
Don't get danced.
Hey, guitar.
The U.S. plugs are already ready. Yes.
What song do we dance to? Is that a good question? What songs do we like that motivate both of us? I mean, I'm a dancer. I love any good music or any good beat.
I did, Angel.
I'm going to be up
It's
dancing. It's horrible. I would never show it, but I do dance.
Have
I
you ever
no
seen
rhythm at all.
Seinfeld? And if you've seen
I'm not Elaine. I'm
if
not
you've
that
seen
bad.
if you've seen Elaine,
But
that's
isn't-
Dan.
That's not.
No,
I'm not
no.
personally a parrot
No,
head.
I never lived in that house. I was already on my own.
The
Josh lived
accountant,
there.
I'm not personally, but my brothers, Mark and Dave and Adam, are big parrot heads, or were big parrot heads.
Yeah, they still are.
Rick, I've not finished a poem lately. I've started a number of them, but I have not found anything that I've finished.
You haven't done a poem in a long time.
I know. Your sister would be quiet. Parrot heads are Jimmy Buffett fans.
Thanks, Debbie.
Jimmy Buffett was that's how
I'm
he
sorry.
described his fan base as parrot heads.
Yeah, you can dance if you want to.
That's a great song, and I would definitely dance to it.
Dan does
Do you
that.
know what that song means? You can
What?
dance if you want to, and if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
No, what is that?
It's called the safety dance.
Yes.
It's about a condom. That's what it's about.
It is?
Yeah, the safety dance. It's dance with a condom. That's
It
what
is?
That's what that
I
means.
never knew that.
I know.
Dan, what was your handicap in golf?
Um,
Andrew's golfing
30.
right now.
I mean, I've never really worked at getting good. I just love golfing, right? I love
I never
going
knew.
out, and if I can hit, a couple of birdies out of 18 holes, I'm fine with the 11s that I'm going to have on the other holes. So
I don't even know what a birdie is.
it's
I know what a hole-in-one is. Just kidding.
I don't know. I'm really curious to see what Kamala, what her position on TikTok is. I know her campaign's on here, but I should contact her campaign and say, if you're going to backtrack on the, because it's up to somebody in the administration. So the president could do whatever the president wants to do with TikTok once that time period
I'm
expires.
trying to break the ice a little bit to have a little bit of fun. Dan just goes, phew.
What do you
All right,
mean?
honey, this isn't your show.
I have a hell of a sense of humor. What are you talking about?
Abort the mission. Hole in one? Yes, it was last night. And it's on the link tree, y'all.
Liz, I don't think we're talking politics.
Bernadette, we don't message you, abort the mission, and report. That's all I gotta say. Steve-O, you know I love you. Grandpa's fine. Yeah, we do not ask for any sort of information from you, and if they do, that's your clue of abort. Abort.
I agree.
Congrats on the
That
call.
people want to enjoy their life, right? No matter what administration is in there, people want to enjoy their
Lord.
life. They
Here
want to
we
have
go.
opportunities. They don't want to have to worry about housing, medical care, food, next month's rent. People are the same.
Maybe Laura? There
Different,
it is.
different views of how you get there.
Sorry, user.
I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. I really don't know what's
His
going to happen with
office.
TikTok.
Sean wants to take. Sean is a funeral director, and he has a crematorium as well. So he wants to buy your office. Actually, just wants to rent out your office in Elk Grove and open it up as a funeral home.
We have a funeral home right across the street from my office. Literally. My office is literally 50 yards from a funeral home.
But we can try our version, Sean. I will be the spokesperson. If you want to rest in peace,
It's not a morning mess. It
come
wasn't
to
too
Sean
bad.
Law.
David, I would
Sean, I got you. We can.
I
we
do
can make
follow
a business.
Josh
We can do it. The
on
purple
TikTok,
sucker.
and may Betty rest in peace. What are the elements of a contract? Well, you have to have. That's a great question. You have to have an
That
offer,
was by Danielle.
acceptance,
Let's do it.
consideration.
I'm down.
I don't know. Are those the elements? Offer, acceptance, consideration. Or am I missing one?
So
That's
Sean.
got to be a law student.
So Sean wants to do the crematorium in there and call it Bodies by Danielle.
Bodies by Danielle.
Let's do it. I'm in. I'm in.
Breakfast is
No,
always
Kelsey,
the
we
same
can't do
for
that.
Grandpa. It's a bowl of cereal with a banana, and maybe strawberries or blueberries if we have them.
Are you concerned about your dad's continual skin cancers?
I'm concerned about the fact that he has to have procedures, because every time he has a nose procedure, he declines. It's an ordeal, and it's traumatic, and
It's
it
traumatic
probably
for us.
causes more strokes,
Jeez.
and
You bag him,
and he
we'll tag
declines.
him.
But we have to balance that against the alternative. If we don't have the surgery,
Hold on, Sean.
and 6 months from now it's going into his bone, and you have to take it out at that point, then you have time where you have to put him under. The Mohs surgeries are you don't go under, which is, and general anesthetic is really scary for people with dementia.
Can I say this? So Sean, we've got it. Bodies by Danielle. You bag him, we'll tag him.
They can spray it if it's superficial, but when they're not superficial, they have to cut it out. The Mohs surgery is a procedure where they take a bit out, they check it in the lab right there as they do it, and make sure they got it all. If they didn't get it all, they take more. So they start
that
off
is
as
good.
minimally as possible. Rhonda,
sorry.
my dad was out in the sun a lot,
A lot. He
A
walked.
lot.
He was a prolific walker and dancer.
hours and hours every
Hours
day.
and hours. It's not easy, but we.
I don't call it South Carolina Granny, but that sounds like something I would like to watch.
Was it tough to get through law school, Dan?
I really enjoyed school, and I enjoyed law school, and I did well in law school. So for me it was enjoyable, but for most people it wasn't. That's the experience that I got back. I think my daughter likes it, but I enjoyed it because I love the subject matter, and I love law is history, American history is what you learn about all the laws and how they got there and all the decisions. So I personally enjoyed it. My Dean, my oldest brother's a doctor, so my oldest brother followed him into medicine. Your daughter's in law school. Congratulations. My dad had some kind of compression thing in his lower back about 10 or 12 years ago. That's, if you see him the way he walks hunched over, it's from that. I was born and raised in California, Atwood. Mr. Rod, I developed my public speaking skills. In 5th grade, I had an experience that, was speaking in class, and I got up in front of the class and I froze, and it absolutely destroyed my confidence. I still have PTSD from that. I did not become a comfortable public speaker until college and through a speech class where I learned.
Are you okay?
I'm good. Where I learned that I actually enjoyed public speaking, and then, in my profession, I chose areas where I could speak, where I could go to court, and I've always enjoyed it. So social media to me is kind of an easy fit, and I do speak outside, I speak in front of crowds at times, and I got used to it, and I don't get nervous like I used to get nervous because I want to do well, but I don't get super nervous about actually getting up and speaking. I thought of becoming a vet, Jamie, but I would have had to go to school for a couple more years to do the science, just the prerequisites to get in, and then it's not always guaranteed you're going to get into vet school. There's freaking one vet school in California.
Oh, Laura's. I'm assuming it was Laura.
Oh, Paige, you are a
Andrew.
public speaking.
Andrew.
Our son?
Yeah, that's your son, is Andrew.
My friends want to know how many people what?
My dad, I don't know. I don't know what he pinned. Andrew, what did you pin?
Andrew
Jesus.
didn't pin it.
That's Andrew. He pinned it. Hi, Andrew. Candace, my friends want to know how many people. Jesus, Andrew, get out of here.
What?
My friends want
I've
to know.
slept with one
How does
person.
Candace know?
One. My number's one. Uno. I've only had one
lies,
person.
all lies. He's lying.
I don't have eyes for anybody
Jordan
else.
and Joseph, stop it, you guys.
Jordan and Joseph are
Yeah,
both on
are
YouTube?
asking. They're asking. They're watching us. Joseph, get out of here. Hollenbach's in here.
Less
Liar.
than you, Joseph. I'm sure.
Joseph,
Less than you.
You're in college.
And-
Spell liar right. It's
and-
not L-A-I-R. It's I before A.
And I am D-free. I am STD free. Never had an STD. So.
Joseph, are you going to come by and say hi? I
Is
haven't
he-
seen
is
you
he
in forever. He's
around?
home now.
Okay, all right. Well, it's summer. We haven't seen him.
No, he just got home. They think they're funny. Now these boys, Joseph, get the fuck out of here. So these boys have tried to top me, right? Because they know, and when I used to drive them to lacrosse when we had like carpooling and stuff, and these boys used to always try to get me, to try to make me squirm. But what they realize is that I am the master. I am the master, and in turn, I make them squirm. So they still do it today. That's it. They still try to get me to shrivel up and say uncle. Nope, I do not create any words of such. I will beat you at their game, and they don't like it. Well, their friend, Josh, he always tries, and then I give it back to him, and he's like, okay, Danielle, gone a bit too far. A bit too far. Joseph, I think, would just play Jordan he doesn't push my limits very much, because I'll beat his little ass, but everybody else. Joseph. I don't play. You know, Mama, don't play. I strike hard and fast, and I get them thinking. Oh, yeah. Joseph did pip, and he ran away like a little schoolgirl. He did. Joseph did one night. I was sleeping upstairs, and he went in. He went in to pet Coda, and then it was my foot. And I heard him go, oh shit, and he ran out of my room. Yes, I remember that story. I heard it too, and he ran like a little baby.
I'll show up a picture I have right over here.
Of who?
Of me and you.
That was funny. I heard a oh shit. Mom was upstairs. Stacy, I'll ask that, but I don't know if Dan has those types. Like for me, I would have those memories of like being sad, but my mom wouldn't have remembered something. But I don't think he's the same way.
This was us, like, at the beginning.
This is Dan's favorite picture.
Well, it just, it's out.
And that's my mom's writing on
Yeah.
the back.
Danielle's mom took this picture. That was the beginning.
Right, Bobby. Joseph, in case you didn't hear, Bodies by Danielle. You bag him, we'll tag him.
So Joseph got muted. Someone muted him.
Oh, sorry, Shannon. Did you go to Jack's law school with Jackie Giles?
I would have loved it. Jackie Giles is my favorite character on. Did you put the bomb on? I didn't tell you to put the bomb on. Who puts a bomb on? Why would you use a bomb? Did a doctor tell you to put it on? Nobody knows what a bomb's gonna do. Jackie Giles is great. And I heard the way he developed that actor developed that character.
How?
Nobody knew, how he was gonna deliver his lines, but he was freaking great. Beth, I'm sorry for your loss.
Look at
Melvin Belli, he was a famous San Francisco attorney.
You can see Dan, he's all closed off. Look at my face. Dan's all, get away. Do you think dating for young people today is harder?
I think that today people have to deal with social media, and that I think is harder than when whatever I did, as bad as it was or whatever, when I was growing up, I never had to worry about it showing up on social media the next day. Like when we went to parties in high school, if people had cameras out, holy shit! I mean, I couldn't imagine, and I hope that it's not like that today. We were crazy. We were wild.
Thanks, Jennifer. I'm glad something has, arms crossed. Thanks, Carla. It's okay. It's okay. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. I was staking my claim in the picture.
I have not read Richie Freeman's book, Early Onset. I mean, and it's changing so fast right now. It really is. That both the onset and the treatments that are available now are very different.
Go to. Get out of there.
It's different,
We do, Jennifer.
I
Take it
grew
all
up,
easy.
with me and Danielle, we were both products of divorce, right? And I hated divorce. I hated the way it ripped my family apart.
Oh, she is.
It was god awful, and that's the one thing I didn't want to do was do that to my kids. I did not want to subject my kids to a divorce, and that played a lot into overlooking things.
our
When things
fight.
got really difficult,
Our fight.
there were reasons to stick it out that were bigger than us, and I think both Danielle and I felt that way. So who knows what would have happened during some. We've lived through some pretty tough times, with drugs and shit that just you usually can eat, and gambling, all sorts of things that could have really and health issues. All those things could really destroy a relationship.
The fires are close to us.
They're up north. They're
about 2
Butte
hours
County,
away.
an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it's scary. Jordan actually goes to school at Chico.
We both went to high school in the Bay Area. We left together.
Yeah,
We moved in together when I was starting law school, and she was already in college. So she was starting her second year of college, and I was starting law school when we moved in together. John, that's amazing.
Yeah, Paradise is burning again. It's really sad.
Is it really?
Yeah, Paradise is burning.
I mean, it's just a weird. I mean, it's so different than when I was growing up.
And that's what's really sad is that with relationships, this generation, this new generation gives up so quickly. They don't fight for what they believe in. They just quickly dissipate the relationship because it's too hard to fight, right?
Care Bear, stay safe.
It's too hard to fight. You've been getting a lot of rain.
I mean, the weather is crazy, and we're just,
Thanks,
it's
Dean.
just heat out here. It's just straight heat, day after day after day.
It did get better. Today is nice.
I've just been able to walk. It's not nice. It's still over 100,
It's
but
still not
I
bad.
was only able to walk yesterday and today because if I didn't get up and get out before 7 in the morning, you know, it's already really hot. And by 10 o'clock in the morning, if I hadn't walked, there was no walking because it was just too hot. So hopefully it's going to cool down a bit. Yep, the animals are tussling over there. You can hear it, but see it. If you can see them.
No, they're always creating mischief. Really? Backseat. He's showing Coco the boss. Coco, what happened? Coco beans.
That is a cocoa.
It's just getting warmer.
It's 19 degrees. We're in America, so when you say 19 degrees,
It seems
people
cold.
think it's cold. But I'm sure you're talking
Celsius.
Celsius.
We almost threw in the towel. Girl, me too. Me too. You
But
fight.
The,
You
the
fight.
weather on Earth is, you know, it's not static. We came out of an ice age just 10,000 years ago, and now we're headed to something. I don't know what we're headed to. How you doing down in Merced?
What made you share your journey on social media?
Damaris, I just started sharing my life during COVID when we were quarantined, and about a few months later, my dad moved in, and so he started appearing on the videos, and the channel just grew and grew and grew. So what started was basically COVID. That's what started the journey.
Cali girl,
Social media.
Jennifer was conceived in Palm Springs.
Yes, she was. Yeah.
There you have it. Hi, Teresa. Oh, Damaris. It's about, Lisa, it's about 2 hours away from us. Yeah. Thanks, Joni. Thanks, Denise.
21 in Alberta. You're a Jennifer. Yep, we have a Jennifer, a Hannah, and an Andrew.
And my Jennifer spelled her name Jen, Jen, but then when she went to college, they put 2 N's on the back. Yeah. And I was like, why are people putting you Jen? And then she started saying Jen with 2 N's. I was like, what? Why are we changing this now?
Len, you'll recognize when there's a problem. I can just tell you, you know, whether it's
Congratulations,
confusing names, you'll recognize that there's a real problem
From one
when the
side
person
to
does something that's so out of character or so unlike them or unlike the person that
Yeah.
you know. That's a good clue.
Who's that?
You know, getting lost in places that they've been to every day, and then all of a sudden one day they don't remember where they are. That's a good sign. 56 too young.
For what? For who?
I mean, it's too young
Thanks, Teresa. Too young for what?
to have dementia or to
It
have.
happens.
I mean, it happens, sure, but any age is too young.
if he were to be in a casino, he likes video poker.
That's basically all I'll play now: blackjack or video poker.
Yeah. No, Jackson, California. We used to go to Jackson, Mia. We used to go to Jackson, but then they wouldn't serve alcohol, so we like alcohol.
They do now, but now we have casinos local. But I do like the town of Jackson. We still drive out sometimes and we'll eat out there if we're exploring or something.
No, but my nephew was just in Walnut Creek for a soccer tournament last weekend. If I had gone, I would have known.
Tony sounds like a good restaurant.
Oh, sorry, Sandy. I hate that.
All right, I am. Do you want to stay on for a while? What do you want to do?
Is
Because
that a
I'm
trick
getting hungry to
question?
eat. No, I'm serious. I want to eat some food. Are you hungry?
You lost 100,000 before you quit. Yeah, it happens quick.
Gambling is one of the
Sloppy,
scariest
yes.
addictions there is because, you know, with drugs, you can
Carlisle,
overdose
October.
and die in one night, true. But, you know, typically it's a long decline with drug addiction. gambling addiction, you can lose your life savings in one night.
Okay, Ashlyn, I got you.
You can lose it on the first night.
Well, yes, when you gamble that big, it's scary.
You know, I gambled a lot, and I was lucky that I was good enough to not good enough to win, but good enough not to lose a lot, not to lose everything. I mean, I've had good nights and bad nights, but overall, it wasn't. It was lucky. I got lucky.
Oh, sorry, Melissa. Yeah. Hi, Ollie. Oh, Jay, I hate that. I hate that.
I'm sorry, Jay.
You know, it's really hard. In 21, Liz.
You have to have limits.
But then you came out ahead, so that's good. But you do have to have your limits. That's good, Jen, with two N's.
I'm not sure if there's a show based in Walnut
In
Grove.
Walnut Grove?
I mean, Walnut Grove. There
It's not
maybe
too
there's
far.
a number of Walnut Groves around the country. So, but we have a
Yes,
Walnut
yes,
Grove that's
this
not
is-
far. It's on the Delta. Denise, that's true. But when you combine it with all sorts of other bad behaviors, you know, like
The hus-
excess alcohol consumption,
The,
or
the
other
hubbies always get mad
substances.
until they come back and then everything's fine.
yeah, sometimes you got to come back, and sometimes
Sometimes you don't.
you know.
Do we have limits? With
I,
vodka?
my limits are nothing.
Maybe
right?
not, Lisa. Maybe not. The old mansion there. It's not Walnut Grove, is it? The old mansion is on the
Well,
Isleton.
there's
Isleton, right?
yeah. Well, there's a mansion out there, Isle, whatever it is. There's a lot of old
gambling.
mansions out there.
Rage gambling.
Do
I
you
like
fight?
that all the time.
Do Danielle and I fight?
We fight.
All the
Not
time.
not like put it up your dukes type of fight. Sometimes
We fight right here on.
we do on social media. We don't care. We have no shame in our game.
I didn't know. I mean, it's been a while since I've had Togos, Eric. I've talked about it and considered it, but
Fucking Kettle One.
I do have to go back and get myself a nice Togo sandwich. I eat Togos like during football games. You know, for me to sit down, the 49ers are on. I have a pastrami sandwich from Togo's and a Coke. That's when I'm at my best. I mean, that's my life right there.
We have been in New York City one time together. I have family in New York. My dad's side of the family.
Yeah. Every time we've gone back east, it's been so for me to meet her family.
Lisa, I now hate Kettle One.
Jody, I was out of high school.
Thank you. Togo's is not the same
Pastrami and Swiss are
anymore.
good.
Togo's back in the day, in the 80s, the
San Jose
bomb.com.
State, and she went to Sacramento State.
But I can tell you, Togo's today, after COVID, post-COVID, is totally a different game.
I don't know what she's talking about. I think it's exactly the same.
I don't. Nope.
My dad was huge on nitrates, Terra Bear.
And same with your brother Dave.
You know, hot down. My brother Dave. We get texts every day about what to eat, what not to eat. Don't drink anything out of plastic bottles. Don't go to Taco Bell. Don't go to any fast food. All that
Never
stuff.
been to Rhode Island.
I'm a Warriors fan first, Bobby, but I'm also a Kings fan. But I am a person who is loyal. And that's one thing about me. I will always, my first team will always be the Giants, 49ers, and the Warriors. And the A's after that.
Long
and the
Island
Raiders along
for
with the
me,
A's.
Janet, and New York City. Yeah.
I'm not watching the opening ceremonies. My
No,
dad
but now
was.
I will, because I want to see Celine, and I want to
Well,
see.
I think it's already over, so.
No,
you
but
missed
you
it.
could. Really?
Well, you can watch it
You
again.
can still
I'm
see
sure.
it. And Snoop Dogg, I want to see him carrying the torch. The torch.
What's my favorite song? What's your
He-
favorite song?
He doesn't have one favorite song, nor do
I like a lot. I mean, look, I like
Yeah.
Vienna from Billy Joel.
No,
I like
it's not, Steve. It's not the same.
I like Good Day from Loose. I like Behind Blue Eyes by the Who. I like a lot of Zeppelin songs, a lot of Police songs.
He likes everything.
I like a lot of music. I love
He can't-
music.
Harvey Danger,
I love Harvey Danger,
REM.
REM.
He can't. Nobody can. Who can pinpoint one song?
I mean, maybe Stairway.
One song, not
I'm just saying. I remember
One song. Is there one song?
if I had to listen to one song, my
One
whole life.
song over and over again. Just one. One.
I mean, A Day in the Life by the Beatles. I don't know. It's a tough one.
It's tough because there's so many good songs.
Yeah, it's tough.
How do you choose one?
My favorite lawyer joke. I have to think about that, but
There's a
I
lot.
do enjoy lawyer jokes.
Well, I love the movie Sweet Home Alabama.
We that's another movie we enjoy
We love together. That's a movie
because we
when
had
it's-
young love, so we
have young
identified
love.
with that. You know what was the line? Who's ever gonna find their?
No. You're the first boy I ever kissed,
I love Neil
and I
Young.
want you to be the last.
There you go. But I wasn't the first boy you ever kissed.
No.
That's the only problem.
No. Christopher Cross. Sam.
Slut.
Oh, I'm a brat.
I Christopher Cross, Sailing, and a couple of good songs.
It's
Arthur
hard.
was good.
And that's the thing is, how do you pick one song? Because every song defines.
I mean, Neil Young's got some good music.
No.
Straight up, he was
God,
writing good
I
music
hate
in the
Neil Young.
80s.
What the fuck is that song
You know?
you love? And Josh and I make fun of you every time we
I was sitting in a burned out basement with a full moon in my hand.
God, I hate that song.
I was thinking of replacement coming through. I'm obviously making up the words, but you can get the song if you. It's a great song.
I can't. Me and Josh, and it's funny because it's a joke amongst the three of us.
I
And so
send
with
that
Josh,
every time I hear it. I
Every
send
time,
it to
and
them.
same with Josh. So every time he's like, can you
I had
fucking believe
her and
this?
Josh were in the car, right? And so we were driving up, and that song came on, and I started singing it, and boy, they were laughing at me and saying,
no.
"Who is that? That person can't
So
sing."
every
That's
time that
good.
song comes on, we all share it with the three of us. It's the
I've never been to
funniest
I've
shit
never been to
ever.
Europe or Africa.
Sorry, no,
Katie Lang sings that too.
I do not like Neil Young. I'm sorry, Neil. I know you were pivotal for some people.
I mean, I love Old Man.
God, I
Old man,
can't.
take a look at your life. You're
Never been
a lot
to Africa,
like
no.
I'm a lot like you were. Or that is a great song.
So we have to watch our wedding video to find the song that we dance to because we argue about that. He thinks it's for Emily.
Well, that's what I wanted to play walking down the aisle.
So we
I
need to
don't know what the hell
we
we
need to get
danced
that
to.
out and we need to watch it because we have no idea. We forgot.
I don't even watch that video since we got married.
We haven't. That would be really hard for me to watch because there's my mom in there, there's my dad in there. It would be a very tough CD for me to watch.
Who has seen a concert? My first concert was, I think, Billy Joel. I've
My-
seen The Who, I've seen The Stones,
My first concert, Howard Jones.
Van Halen.
Howard Jones. There you have it. That was my first concert at Great America.
Oh, Billy played his 150 concert. I've seen him like 6 times or 7 times now.
Did we have a vow renewal song? No. Lisa, as the ordained ministress, you failed.
I didn't tape over that. It's a CD, so it's tough to tape over.
Yeah. I would have a hard time, you guys, watching that. I've been wanting to watch it.
I
but-
remember the days on the green, Mia. Those were great times. Day on the Green. Those were Bill. What's the guy's name? Bill something.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Do you want to watch that tonight?
What?
Do you want to watch our wedding ceremony tonight?
Good. Oh, you saw Freddie Mercury. You saw
He's
Queen.
not eager.
Rick Springfield. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. That song kind of pissed me off, right?
Why?
Because it's somebody trying to steal your girl. Bill Graham. Thank you, Mia. Bill Graham. Day on the Green. Bill Graham was a Northern California promoter. He started Shoreline, but he produced a lot of shows at the Oakland Coliseum, and San Francisco, the Warfield.
Do you want to watch Crying? Because I would be crying.
Van Halen was great, except I saw it after Sammy with David, and it was not the greatest musical performance, but it was still fun to see him. Cheeseburgers in Paradise. That's Parrot Head.
And one of our favorite concerts together.
Together, Tom Petty. Yeah. Yes, we did have a good time at that concert.
In the Colt.
That was a good concert.
Look at Dan's face. That says it all.
Yeah, that was a good night.
It's like Jake's gifts.
Her uncle knows Meatloaf. Meatloaf's been at her uncle's
he was
house.
at our house.
He's
met
dead
him.
now, I think.
Yeah,
he died.
he is.
But yeah, he was at her uncle's house.
Phil Collins.
Bob Seger, Pink Floyd. I would
I'll
have
tell
loved to
you
have seen.
after.
I would have loved to sing Phil Collins or
You
Genesis. Yeah, I love Phil Collins. I was listening today, Land of Confusion.
Slipknot. Andrew loves Slipknot. I've never heard a Slipknot song.
No child was
one?
conceived at the Petty concert.
Nope. Too young.
We were young at that time.
Aerosmith, I can tell you, I went to go see Rhonda, the Aerosmith Skid Row concert in high school, and my friend OD'd, and so we did not go into the concert.
Judy, that's amazing.
I saw Guns N' Roses.
I mean, to see Elton John in a small venue would have been amazing.
In 79, Dan.
It's Tracy
79.
Chapman. I still love Fast Cars. I think that's a classic song.
Pearl Jam, God, Jason, Pearl Jam was a huge, Jeremy, remember? I mean, there was and that's the thing, it's really hard
When you
to
were
decide.
she identified with Pearl Jam, that song.
You smoked the fern with Santana? That's pretty cool.
Really? I saw Santana in a really small venue. We didn't know it was we were in a bar in La Jolla, San Diego. Were you there or someone else?
I wasn't there.
I think I was there with a friend, and
Stevie
all of a
Ray
sudden
Vaughan.
in the bar,
Lisa said she smoked with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Shut the front door, Lisa Ramsey.
I think Steve Ray Vaughan may have been there that night too, but they closed the doors and Carlos Santana performed. There was like 40 people in
I
that.
wasn't there. It was the other
Pretty
girl
amazing.
with brown hair.
I don't think it was a girl. It was a guy. Who else on Prince? All right, this dog is going crazy. All right, I'm done.
Okay,
Are you
we're
ready?
leaving. We're leaving.
Guys, I gotta eat. I'm starving. Thank you for
Lisa.
hanging with us. It was fun tonight. Got to see my dad a little bit. And then
Love you guys.
until next week,
I'll see you in the morning.
you guys have a great night.
I love the Killers. Nobody told me that you were a boyfriend and looked like a girlfriend. Yeah. Anyhow, love you guys. Prince, amazing. Yeah. Barry Manilow. God.
I would have
I
seen Barry
can't
Manilow.
smile without you.
Oh
I
Mandy,
can't
you came
smile
and you
without-
came
God,
without
I would totally
taking,
dig Barry
and I
Manilow.
sent you away.
Oh, Mandy. Anyway, all right. Good night. See you guys in the morning. Should I get the CD out? I kind of want to. All right. Love you guys.